Let's fight. A very good evening to each and every one of you, wherever you're joining us from this evening, at home here in Guyana or around the world. We want to welcome each and every one of you in the ring. It's Wednesday. It's Wednesday, folks, the first day of September. Welcome to September. I hope you've had a good day at work, at home, at play, whatever you guys found to do today. We trust that all is well and that you're moving along quite nicely. Let's fight, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome in the ring. Welcome in the ring. Welcome in the ring. Attention. Let's fight, people. Let's fight. Good to see each and every one of you as per normal. How are you guys doing? How are you guys doing out there? I see Carmelita Nichols is with us, and I also see Lily McGarrell says, present, sir. Claudine. Good to see you there. Claudine, Robin Noreen. Good to see you, Vibert Yap as well, and Sharon Murray, and Godly Child, and John Raymond. Sukchan Sudhari, good to see you. Jacqueline Pastano, Lily McGarrell, Mortal Hines. The register is calling, folks. We got to start at 7 to get through this lengthy register. School is back on Monday, so y'all better start heading up. School in session right now. Oswina Tapin, good to see you. Dion, Ayana, BB, Sandy Ford. Good to see you. Hazelyn King as well, and Paulette Hicks, Seymour George, Kim Walker, Candace Leach, Candace Leach. Good to see all of you guys as you come in the ring this evening. We ask that you guys share the live stream. We are fired up and we are ready to go. Good to see each and every one of you. I'm saying I'm ready to go, and my notes aren't open yet. Good to see you guys. Good to see you guys wherever you're joining us from. Wherever you're joining us from today, this evening, we are grateful to have your company for the next hour or so, folks. We are tremendously grateful for the next hour or so. All right, let me open back this document so I make sure I have all of my notes. Good to see you guys. Guys, I'm telling you, very soon we'll be able to show you what our set looks like. And I got 3 screens in front of me right now. 3. And I have to navigate through all of them. It's my notes, is this, is that. There's a lot of folks. Gwyneth Jones joining us from Sophia and Myrna. Good to see you, Myrna. Emily Durant. Good to see you, Emily Durant. And Dion Benjamin, Dennis London, Welshman. I see Princess Prince. Who is Princess Prince? Let's fight, Princess Prince. Good to see each and every one of you who have taken the time to join us in the ring this evening. So many of you joined us last night. So many of you joining us again. And guys, every single evening that you are here with us, it's a privilege. Don't ever think that we are taking it for granted by any means. Don't ever think so. Okay? Don't ever think we are taking that for granted, ladies and gentlemen. Again, it's great to see each and every one of you, and I'm so privileged that you guys have decided to join us in the ring this evening, guys. Welcome, welcome, welcome. All right, we're still watching that magic number, and as we do that, folks, share the live stream. God knows I don't want to fight some of you, but I will if I have to. Share the live stream, folks. Don't let's get complacent. I told you guys, I have a role, and I'm thankful you've given me this role to bring the information to you about the Jagabats, to bring the information about the Jagabats, about the trenches, about the crosses, to bring it to you, folks. And you have a role as well. Some of you have been helping us financially, and we are thankful. And so many of you can still help us, folks. We need each and every one of you to help us, folks, to help us with these Jagabats. You all got to help us with the Jagabats. Y'all know them. I know them. You know them. We all know them. We gotta stay focused. Some people are losing the focus from the Jagabats.
He just used the term Jagabats to describe members of the
Thank you, Honorable Attorney General.
Yes, y'all is Jagabats. It's a whole pack of Jagabats. It's a whole set of Jagabats we're dealing with. Not so Michelle Butts, not so Brenda Norton, Marcia Griffiths. They're Jagabats. They didn't like being called Jagabats, but they're Jagabats. Marsha, Anthony. I see one. Muhammad says, praise a cross. All right. You have it nicely. Cross. She's a cross. CRA says she's a cross. Good to see you, David Wood, and all the other folks. Folks, let me get our housekeeping out of the way. And as I said, you know, you guys make this possible. Now more than ever, we need your help. We need your help to keep going and to expand. To keep going and to expand. Anything that we are a part of, we want to see expanding. And that's why we've been making this appeal to you. And we're going to continue to make it as long as we need to. For your help, for you guys to come on board and help us. And we've been asking for you to support us on a monthly basis, $5 US, $10 US, 15, $20 US. On Cash App, we are in the ring 592. It's a $ in the ring 592. The $ of course, is standard. So it's in the ring 592. The $ in the ring 592. And on PayPal, we are also in the ring 592 at gmail.com. That's our email address for PayPal, in the ring 592 at gmail.com. We're also available on the MMG system. We are on 627-6963. That's our usual number, folks. And if you have any queries, you can also reach us on that number via WhatsApp. 627-6963 is our MMG number. And of course, we're still old school, using MoneyGram and using Western Union. As little as $5 US. As little as $10 US, $15 US, $20 US. And folks, we are going to show you growth as we have been doing in this program. And so we say, come partner with us, support us in this way, help us in this way to go a very, very long way, very, very far. And those of you who are going to be helping us via PayPal, you choose that whatever indicates personal. When you get into the app and you're going to make your contribution, your donation, whatever feature says personal, choose that feature. We thank you guys for supporting us. We are powered by each and every one of you guys. You guys make the show possible. Moving on, folks. Let's get right to it. Let's get into the hot topics. Are you guys ready? I am so ready to get into the hot topics. Folks, last night, look. Oh, Father, you worried with these jagabats? You worried with the jagabats? Let's get right into the hot topics. Again, folks. Again, welcome in the ring, wherever you're joining us from. Welcome in the ring. Let's fight! Whether you're joining us at home here in Guyana or you're in the diaspora. For some of you, the diaspora is as close as the Caribbean, Latin America, South America. Or you might be in North America, you might be in Canada. Folks, join us from Suriname, of course, South America. Folks, join us from Barbados, St. Lucia, Trinidad, Antigua and Barbuda. Shout out to all of you folks there in the diaspora, region 11, Brooklyn, New York, North Carolina, South Carolina, Florida, all the 52 states, 53 states, all of the states in the United States of America, in Canada. Thank you very much, Selena Fraser came through for us today in a very, very special way. Thank you so much, Selena Fraser from Ontario, Canada. Folks, welcome in the ring, and I am eager to start the hot topics. And we start this evening, ladies and gentlemen, wherever you're joining us from, with a little bit of breaking news. Let me not have too much of this slide on my shoulder. Yeah, I think that looks better. That looks better. Welcome, folks. A bit of breaking news at our end. And of course, we are in the realm and the age of COVID-19. And we learned today that two persons, ladies and gentlemen, would have passed because of COVID-19. And what is even more telling is that they were fully vaccinated. Yes, you heard that right. They were fully vaccinated. Share the live stream. Fully vaccinated. According to one report, 2 elderly people who took the COVID-19 vaccine have died. But the reason for their deaths, they said, cannot be linked to the vaccine, as they were both severely ill from a range of illnesses. And this is according to the health minister. According to the installed Frank Anthony, they had heart problems, diabetes, hypertension. All of a sudden, he is trying his level best not to let these fully vaccinated persons' death be linked back to the vaccines of themselves. He is really struggling with that is concerned. And hear what he says here. According to this report, and I think we are getting this information out of Newsroom. It says that while fielding questions from the press during a media conference at the infectious disease hospital at Liliendal, the health minister related that 2 patients presented had severe comorbidities. Yep, according to the minister, they had severe comorbidities. And again, he points out they had heart problems, diabetes, and hypertension. So it's not as a result or in spite of the vaccines that the COVID-19 would have claimed their lives, in spite of being fully vaccinated. No, no, no. He wants to say, no, it's one out of those things. It's either they had problems with diabetes or the hypertension, or a combination of them. But that is the news at this hour. The first two cases that we have locally. As a matter of fact, I saw one, Mr. Telford Lane, says he always knew. He always suspected that persons were dying who were fully vaccinated. One Mr. Telford Lane, the small man on Facebook, he said he always knew and suspected. And he feels that the numbers are very, very conservative as regards persons who would have been fully vaccinated, ladies and gentlemen, and yet contracted the novel coronavirus. And as you know, last night we discussed thoroughly, we interrogated the whole issue of the variants and when Frank knew and what he knew concerning the variants. And today, yesterday they told us there's a surge from not even confirming we had a variant here to there's a surge. And today, fully vaccinated persons, ladies and gentlemen, are dying. Fully vaccinated people are dying. Bambi Love, Talisha, Carl Milner, you all hearing this? Lisa and Leslie Niles, Naomi Morris, Jolly Garraway, Stacey McKenzie, Diane Forex, you all are hearing this? Fully vaccinated persons. And they are struggling. Ladies and gentlemen, they are struggling to explain to the Guyanese people, because we ain't stupid. We ain't pagly. Right? We ain't stupid and we ain't pagly. And they are struggling. This Jagabat, Frank Anthony, they are struggling to explain what is happening, because you know why? COVID is out of control. Thanks to these Jagabats. Out of control. Thanks to this Jagabat we have as a health minister.
He just used the term Jagabat to describe members of the
Thank you, Honorable Attorney General.
Yes, he's a Jagabat. What else you want me to say? He's a Jagabat. And today also, ladies and gentlemen, today we learned that perhaps, ladies and gentlemen, expired vaccines are being dispensed, because we saw one of the vaccination certificates, which indicates, this vaccination certificate indicates, ladies and gentlemen, that this person here, hailing from Region 7, took their first dose in August, the 17th date. They took the vaccine from China, which is a Sinopharm, and the expiry date is given as January 18th, 2021. And I got to believe what is written on the card. This card was stamped by the health center. So it is not for me to say that the person might have made a mistake. As Kemraj Ramjitan always says, we have to assume regularity. We have to assume regularity. And so I want to know if there are other folks out there in Guyana, you might as well look at your vaccine certificate to see what it says between the first dose or the second dose and the expiry date. Because clearly, this vaccine expired 8 months ago, on the 18th day of January. So you all understand, ladies and gentlemen, what is happening here and why we have been saying that Frank Anthony must go. COVID-19, ladies and gentlemen, wherever you're joining us from around the world, in Guyana, it's out of control. Yesterday, without ever confirming we had a variant present, there were assumptions, but it was never confirmed. The health minister went from assumptions to there's a variant surge, a Delta variant surge. And today, we are at the level where fully vaccinated people are now dying. And the Minister of Health is struggling to tell us that these two persons had severe comorbidities. It's not the COVID-19, it's the comorbidities. It's a comorbidity. So that is where we are, ladies and gentlemen. Last night as well, we told you about death at the gate. And this was the instance where former magistrate Cecil Sullivan went to the Georgetown Public Hospital with respiratory issues. And while they're running looking for a porter, sending the man from one gate to the next, one entrance to the next, the man died outside the hospital gate. He died outside the hospital. Today, we got some additional information from a column in Kaito News, the Peep and Tom column. And Peep and Tom seem to have had some additional information that I think is very, very pertinent that we share with you guys as you share the live stream so that others can receive this information. Folks, I want to see those emojis. What is your emotion this evening in regards to this information? Share the live stream. Share the information so that other persons will know what is going on. So this is what Peep and Tom says about that issue there concerning the magistrate. This is what Peep and Tom told us this morning. And this is why I said you have to read. We have to read widely. We have to gather the information for you. We have to distill the information and give context to what is happening locally. This is what Peep and Tom said, ladies and gentlemen. Peep and Tom says a few days ago, a retired magistrate died while awaiting treatment at the Georgetown Public Hospital Corporation. What was more disconcerting, however, was to learn that his family had been calling the hotline, the COVID hotline, and were advised to have him use vitamin C. To have him use vitamin C, ladies and gentlemen. And remember, according to the hospital, this was a man who had severe respiratory distress when he came to the hospital. But his family, they were advised to use vitamin C and paracetamol tablets. This man, according to Peeping Tom, was 88 years old. By now, those managing the local pandemic should have red flagged a person of this age. Once he was confirmed as having contracted the virus, and given his age, he should have been recommended for hospitalization, especially given that he was not fully vaccinated. And the quote goes on, ladies and gentlemen. The quote goes on. Here's what Peep and Tom said. In addition to that, the authorities need to get their act together because there is no way that an 88-year-old man who is not fully vaccinated should have been allowed to convalesce at home, to get well at home. His case should have been flagged as one requiring immediate hospitalization. It was also reported, how true is not clear, that the retired judge had been going to receive his second dose, but was told more than once, more than one occasion, that supplies had been exhausted. Again, the retired magistrate, Cecil Sullivan, had been going to receive his second dose, but was told on more than one occasion that supplies, ladies and gentlemen, had been what? Exhausted. And that is the country, ladies and gentlemen, 21st century Guyana. COVID is out of control. Thanks to this installed administration and the trenchies and the jagabats. The trenchies and the jagabats will want to argue with us. But the fact is the fact. And the facts are stubborn things. When the installed administration came into office, there were 21 deaths. We well over 500. And there were 400 and 74 confirmed cases of COVID-19. Well, we're well over 25,000. Thanks to the Jagabats, ladies and gentlemen, thanks to these Jagabats. Thanks to the Jagabats.
He just used the term Jagabat to describe members of the
Thank you, Honorable Attorney General.
Yep. Thanks to the Jagabats. And he is one of the chief. He is one of the chief Jagabats. Ladies and gentlemen, that being said, again, our thoughts and prayers go out to former magistrate Cecil Sullivan's family. Our thoughts and prayers are with you guys at this very, very emotional time in your family. Moving on, ladies and gentlemen, today, when y'all say I start laughing, no, it's pocketory coming. And y'all don't get complacent, folks. Some of you getting complacent, share the live stream. God knows I don't want to fight y'all. God knows I don't want to fight some of you. All my life has had to fight Adele Semple or Adele. I was made to understand that's how the name is pronounced. Sabrina Jacobs. All my life I've had to fight. I don't want to fight you, Kim Walker. And Denise London Welshman, Roxanne Bacchus, Anne Marie. I don't want to fight you. God knows I don't want to fight you. Share the live stream. Today, like Patrick, just wake up. And I love this Patrick. I love this Patrick Yard, this vigilant. I know if Patrick just take 2 blue pills or what, or he aspirin or he paracetamol or he vitamin C. But Patrick Yard, the head of the Public Service Union, he's in fighting form. Patrick is in fighting form. And today, among other things, they have put us on notice. The unions in general have put us on notice that it looks as though we're heading for a strike. So among the things Patrick Yard said in a press conference quite recently, ladies and gentlemen, Patrick Yard said Gail Teixeira has interfered with the Public Service Commission. That is what Patrick Yard said. She has interfered with the Public Service Commission. I want to quote some of what she said from the Village Voice. And you see all these papers I quoted, y'all better cut me a check. Because y'all, if I don't quote some of y'all news, y'all are selling, you know. So in the first instance I spoke of, I give credit to Newsroom and then Kaicho News. Now this is Village Voice. You almost go out and buy Village Voice on Sundays. Patrick Yard, he says he has no respect. Like plenty of you. He has no respect for this installed Minister of Parliamentary Affairs and Governance because she allegedly told untruths about the union and has acted unconstitutionally in their affairs. This is the head of the Guyana Public Service Union, Patrick Yard. He said, I have no respect for her in this organization. She lied to Parliament when she was head of the Parliamentary Committee to deal with the selections of the Public Service Commission. She lied to Parliament when she was head of the Parliamentary Committee to deal with selections to the public service. Patrick went on. I tell you, Patrick in fighting form. Patrick said she lied to Parliament saying that the GPSU did not represent senior public servants. She again, we have the evidence, we have the evidence, right? She again said that, let me get my bearing here. Yeah, she has acted unconstitutionally. She again has acted unconstitutionally by writing and giving instructions to the chairman of the Public Service Commission. By writing and giving instructions to the chairman of the Public Service Commission, and even wrote public servants. This is according to Patrick Yard. Even wrote public servants. When the Constitution, ladies and gentlemen, clearly and distinctly states that there must be no political interference when the Constitution states clearly there must be no political interference. Now, this set of people, the Jagabats, the installed PPP, they use the Constitution conveniently. They use the Constitution conveniently, ladies and gentlemen. Folks, school in session, share the live stream. Roy Garraway, David Wood, Lily Gulliver, Carter Ramkin, and Royston Wilson, Bernadette Duncan, share the live stream, folks. Welcome in the ring. We fighting tonight. We following Patrick Yard in fighting form. Let's fight. So Patrick says the Constitution clearly states there must be no political interference. But this is not the first time. Right? Gail has been trained in the art of political interference. So let me show you, especially the trenches, the trench crappos, the Nakavakamite, the Jebusites on the string arguing. Let me show you Gail and her cohorts, her cabal. Let me show you them in action. Let me show you political interference. So Gail Teixeira, according to Patrick Yard, interfered politically, ladies and gentlemen, in the work of the Public Service Commission. Right? That is Patrick Yard's words. Now let me show you how else these folks have been interfering. And y'all better share these live streams. Share this live stream. Look how they've been interfering, ladies and gentlemen. Y'all remember the issue of the Police Service Commission? Where Paul Slow said that Irfan Ali called him, asking him for certain members to be appointed in the police force, bypassing the official, legal, and lawful promotion list. The Chief Justice Roxanne George told us the list is legal. Auntie Roxanne, she said the list is legal. And Paul Slow said the president was interfering. The installed catfish Irfan Ali was interfering. And again, now we have Patrick Yard telling us, giving us some backstory, that Gail Teixeira, this vagabond, interfered as well in the Public Service Commission. And we have examined on this very program, ladies and gentlemen, what is taking place in the Guyana Fire Service, similar to the Police Service Commission, where the official promotion list is being tampered with. The official promotion list is being tampered with. Now, some folks says it's calamity in Edo. We are now thinking otherwise, but names have been called. Names are being called. We hear the name of the deputy fire chief being called, Gregory Wickham. We hear the name of the finance officer being called, Patrick Daniels. And even the fire prevention officer, one Sons. But the PPP, ladies and gentlemen, they have not stopped there. If you think they have stopped there, I beg your indulgence. Might I have your attention, ladies and gentlemen, for a tad bit longer as we examine how these Jagabats have been dismantling what Kemraj Ramjatan calls the guardrails of democracy, how they have been dismantling it. These Jagabats.
He just used the term Jagabat to describe members of the
Thank you, Honorable Attorney General.
So this is how they have been working their machinations. As I said, ladies and gentlemen, I beg your indulgence as we examine how the PPP has been operating, breaking down the guardrails of democracy since the touchdown August 2nd, 2020. Now we saw in all of the constitutional agencies that David Granger devolved power to determine their own destinies. The PPP, since they came back, they have pulled back their financial independence. That's where they've started. Whether it's GCOM, whether it's the Public Service Commission, whether it's the Parliament Office, the Supreme Court, Office of the Ombudsman, the Audit Office of Guyana, the Police Service Commission, the DPP, you name the constitutional agency. The Ethnic Relations Commission, the Judicial Service Commission, the Rights Commission of Guyana, the Public Procurement Commission. We said those constitutional agencies must come up with their own budgets to be tabled in the National Assembly and passed, to give them financial independence, decentralizing power. And they call the new AFC riggers. They say, we don't like democracy, but soon as the PPP touched down, they say, no, y'all aren't bright enough to determine your own financial future. And they've gone on from that. They have also targeted the leader of the leader of the opposition office. The leader of the opposition office, which is a constitutional office. And look what this Pradoville crew, the Pradoville crosses, ladies and gentlemen, look what they did. You remember we had a unit called the State Assets Recovery Unit, SARA. They have disbanded that. They have dismantled it. Remember, it was SARA going after Ashni Singh for undervaluing state assets and selling it off to the cronies, and Winston Brassington. And all of a sudden, ladies and gentlemen, all of a sudden, since these jagabats have come back, all the charges have been dropped. Serendipitously, the charges have been dropped by the DPP. Yep. And these jagabats want to lecture us about democracy, want to lecture us about the rule of law, want to lecture us about transparency and good governance. This set of people, anybody else. Not this pack of crosses. Not this pack of crosses. So we are happy. We are tremendously happy that Patrick has woken up. Like Uncle Narish said, the thing walking in. Patrick is back. And he's in fighting for. I think I like this Patrick. I ain't like the old comatose Patrick. I like this Patrick. Folks, y'all sharing this live stream. Y'all are sharing this live stream. Shamaya Lewis and Audrey Tom, Gavin Holder, Blessed Child. Y'all sharing this live stream. Emily Soto, Hazel Ramkin, Rowena Cummins. Y'all are sharing this live stream. Y'all come for us to rigorously interrogate these issues, or y'all come as spectators. Yes, can they see around their crosses? Every day with them, we have said, it's purgatory. Every goddamn day is purgatory. And as I have your attention, ladies and gentlemen, as I have your attention, and you all see the work we are doing here to expose these jagabats, to expose them.
He just used the term jagabats to describe the members of the
Thank you, Honorable Attorney General.
You all see what we've been doing. You all see what we've been doing. And so I pause for the cause to ask you guys to support us, to help us, to partner with us on a monthly basis from as low as $5 US, $10 US, $15 US, $20 US, to keep going, to expand, to build. Folks, we cannot do this on empty pockets. We cannot do this running on water. To fight these jagabats in this way and some other ways that we've already been formulating. And so we invite you guys to partner with us, ladies and gentlemen. Moving on. The crosses. Moving on, folks. A lot of old people are cussing today. Let me let you all know that up front. As you share the live stream, a lot of old people, they're cussing today because of the crosses. I don't know how better to put it. They were using indecent language. Oh, they were telling the PPP of their parentage. They were telling them because they were wondering whatever happened to the 25,000 that Ali told me 2 weeks ago we'd get in this month. The extra 25,000. So many of our senior citizens, ladies and gentlemen, went to the post office or the various places, the banks and so on, looking for 50,000 in their account, and they were shocked. They were shocked. I just hope nobody went into cardiac arrest or any severe respiratory ailments came about them, because they were shocked. But we shouldn't be shocked, because we know that the PPP is a pack of liars. A pack of liars. And so the 25,000, among other things, coming soon. Coming soon. Confusion powder, ladies and gentlemen. Confusion powder. And when I talking about confusion powder, y'all know who I talking about. One of the chief persons who own the factory. Confusion powder. Well, Priya, ladies and gentlemen, Priya. Let's fight. Priya is the only minister we have noted in the Caribbean, and by extension, the PPP install administration, who are going to face-to-face learning. The only set of people, because apparently they know something nobody else knows. So, for instance, Trinidad, the treaties, virtual from September 6th. Grenada, virtual from September 6th. Jamaica, virtual from September 6th. St. Lucia, virtual from September 13th. Barbados, Auntie Mia, virtual from September 20. Antigua and Barbuda, their reopening has been postponed. Dominica, Skerrit, reopening postponed. Guyana, face-to-face from September 6th. In spite of the surge, the Delta surge, in spite of fully vaccinated people now dying, thanks to the incompetence of this administration, and the confusion powder continues to reign. You know why? Because this incompetent installed Priya is still there. So y'all remember, they told us school children must be fully vaccinated. School children must be fully vaccinated. Well, like the policy shift and then tell nobody. Because you know why? It's confusion powder. Confusion powder. So for instance, ladies and gentlemen, at President's College, at PC, the Purple Bloods, we were made to understand that the students who occupying the dorms, they are being forced. They are being forced to be vaccinated. They are being forced to be fully vaccinated before they come back to the dorms. That's what we've been made to understand. And for instance, when we look at some places like 3 Mile Secondary School Region 7, 3 Mile Secondary School Region 7, according to the headmistress, or the head teacher rather, Danielle Williams, according to the head teacher, and a notice that was put out, at point 4, vaccination is not mandatory for students. So in some places, vaccination. In some other places, no vaccination. No coherent strategy. Viewers, Ringsiders, no coherent strategy from this installed administration. But what do we expect? You know what they focus on? Thieving up the money. Thieving out the oil monies. That is what they are focused on. Yep. That is precisely, ladies and gentlemen, precisely Debbie Pitt and Labu Babu, Pamela Viola Kanzia, Sandra Jones, Alison Burnett, Sanita Harry. That is what they are focused on. Thieving out the natural patrimony, all of the money. And so, folks, we turn our attention to oil and gas. You all know who is suddenly the oil and gas specialist? No, it's not Ramson. Ramson went and do his master's. He come back. He turned oil and gas specialist overnight. Well, the Posty at Sports. How you like the youth sports and culture? Install Ramson, the Posty there. And the champion of the earth, green environment, he has now become the czar. The czar of oil and gas. The Guruji of oil and gas. And we have learned that the no-brainer gas, the shore project that is landing at Wales, then the man said, we don't get no studies, it's a no-brainer, I can make money. It has gone up from 450 plus million US, it was costed at in 2017, to over 800 million US dollars. You understand why public servants ain't get a raise in pay yet? You understand why the old people ain't getting 25,000 yet? So the gas to shore project is going to cost Guyanese close to $1 billion US. The gas to shore project. Ladies and gentlemen, and I thank former Minister of Public Infrastructure under whose portfolio this and other issues fell, David Patterson, for putting the information out there. So in 2017, a project cost 400 million US dollars. And 4 years later, it's close to $1 billion US dollars. So y'all can get distracted by these jagabats about what color state house going in. Y'all can get distracted by that. While they're fetching away billions of dollars in pharmaceuticals, in wherever the whoever, all the shady characters they're buying these COVID-19 drugs from, expire and all kinds of foolishness. Y'all can be distracted by the color of state house, and they are fetching away billions and millions. Millions and billions of US dollars. I saw recently the environmentalists has come out protesting why this administration does not want to do an environment impact assessment for the New Harbor Bridge. It's a no-brainer, perhaps. It's another no-brainer. So y'all can be distracted. We got to hold a focus, people. Hold a focus. Hold strain. Hold a focus. These jagabats up to no good. Nothing has changed about them, ladies and gentlemen. It is the same old PPP. Take our words for it. And I think we have shown you that conclusively by now. Take our word for it. Sunita Harry, Sharon Shea Austin, Alison Bennett, Sandra Jones, Pamela Viola Cancius, Naomi Morris. Share the live stream. Take we word for it. They're up to no good. Back to regular programming. That being said, law and order. Folks, we told you of Magistrate Cecil Sullivan. Death at the gate. And I heard a colleague of mine said so loudly, it must be echoing through the annals of history and the halls of history in this country, that life in this country has gotten too cheap. And it seems as though who got money got bargain. Who got money got bargain. But I hope it's not the over 3,000 of you who are watching us right now. You're not like this Gwyneth Jones, Sharon Grant, Colleen Isaacs, Marilyn Thomas, Cheryl Greenidge, Ramkin Hercules. Y'all are not like this. And so I want to turn your attention to this story. This story, it has not made the headlines, but it's of equal importance. The murder of Deonarine Dehol. Is this a police cover-up, ladies and gentlemen? Is this a police cover-up? The murder of Deonarine Dehol. We have been made to understand, credible information, ladies and gentlemen, suggests to us that Mr. Dehol was murdered yesterday morning at Bath Settlement, West Coast, Bobis. It seems it is being alleged that the police at Fort Wellington, again, it is being alleged the police at Fort Wellington, ladies and gentlemen, are trying to cover up for one gold teeth. That is the call name of the fellow. They're trying to cover up for gold teeth. Since police have claimed that Deonarine Dehol jumped out of a bus while being taken to the station for allegedly stealing from gold teeth. That is what they are alleging. But Dehol family ain't buying it. They want to have us believe, ladies and gentlemen, that Dehol jumped out of a bus while he was being taken to the station. The mother of the deceased, Mr. Dehol, she claimed that gold teeth came to pick up Deonarine Dehol to work with him, but had another intention. Deonarine was badly beaten and taken to the Fort Wellington Hospital, according to reports that we have received from credible sources, where he was then transferred to the New Amsterdam Hospital and died while receiving treatment. It has been reported to us that gold teeth has a lot of political links. Gold teeth has a lot of political links. Perhaps he's like Faisal Jafar Ali. Perhaps he's like Carl Singh, the Region 9 REO. Perhaps he's like Terachan Jaigabin. Perhaps he's like Alicia Dalrymple. Perhaps the credible reports we have received suggest that gold teeth has a lot of political links to the ruling party, the installed PPP, and the police. And he boasts of his links. Hence, he has not even been questioned or arrested by the police. He has not even been questioned or arrested by the police. And he was transporting Dehol when allegedly Dehol jumped from this bus. Right? And the road beat him up. So he was taken to Fort Wellington, transferred to New Amsterdam Hospital, and met his demise there. Life in this country, ladies and gentlemen, has become too cheap. Has become much too cheap. I see 3,200 of you watching us. Life in this country has become too cheap, ladies and gentlemen. You might be seeing one number on our Facebook page, but we're seeing the amalgamation of our Twitter feed, our YouTube channel. That's why we're seeing a higher number. Life has become too cheap. And so Deonarine Dehol has gone on in such a brutal fashion. And life marches on. Of course, somebody can promise your family to leave no stone unturned. But we've heard that before. We have heard that before. And we ain't buying it no more. Sad to say, we are not buying it anymore. We have heard that before. Where have we heard that from, ladies and gentlemen? Where have we heard this nonsense from? You may ask. We've heard it from the Jagabats. We have heard it from the Jagabats.
He just used the term Jagabats to describe members of the
Thank you, Honorable Attorney General.
We heard it from the Jagabats. And so, ladies and gentlemen, our thoughts and prayers go out to Mr. Deonarine Dehol's family. Our condolences, our thoughts and prayers with each and every one of you. May you find peace in this very traumatic time in the life of your family. Our thoughts and prayers. Folks, as we go, we encourage you guys to social distance, to sanitize, wear your mask. You all hear there's a Delta surge. And God knows what else. Wear your mask. And while you're doing that, again, we invite you guys to partner with us so that we can expand what we're doing. We can bring you more information. And don't say to yourself, oh, somebody probably gave in my stead. We need each and every one of you to come on board with us, guys, and help us to expand, to continue to promote the truth and defend the facts. We are here and we're going to be here every day fighting these Jagabats, whether they like it or not, whether they like the name or not. We're going to be here fighting them. And so on Cash App, we're at the $ in the ring 592. On PayPal, in the ring 592 at Gmail is our address. On MMG, you can reach it at 627-6963 on MMG. Queries also can be had via WhatsApp on that same number, 627-6963. That's our MMG number. And also we're available on MoneyGram and Western Union. Folks, I want to thank each and every one of you. We have grown leaps and bounds beyond our wildest imagination. And I see a day, I'm going to dream a little tonight. I see a day when this program here, because of you, because of how you will partner with us, I see a day when this very program will be attracting 10,000 viewers nightly from at home here in Guyana and across the region. That is our vision as we continue to pursue the truth and defend the facts. This program belongs to all of us. I have said that from the inception. Whether you're PPP, whether you're WPA, you're TUF, you're AFC like me, you are PNC like Ganesh, wherever you come from, no party at all. If you're a Christian like me, a Hindu like Ganesh, a Muslim like Natasha Singh Lewis, or no religion, whether you're straight like me, you're gay, you're bi, whoever you are, you're nothing, you're heterosexual, whoever you are, all are welcome in the ring. Here is where we interrogate ideas, folks. Right? We deal with the brutal truth here. We don't sugarcoat. And we thank you for joining us each and every night. It warms our heart to see you guys. Thanks for being here with us night after night. Night after night. We are heartened. We are privileged. We are humbled. And I cannot say that enough. On my own behalf and on behalf of the entire team. Thanks for joining us, guys. And do stay safe. Do stay safe. Have a fantastic evening.